Good morning, everybody. We are back again. The show is called TBR Solution Sports Program. It's myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe, together with Tshepang Last Born Kgole. Tshepang, welcome to the show and kindly greet the viewers.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. Shabalala, and to the viewers out there. Yes, part one of the show. Quite a lot of news that we be sharing today. Hope everyone enjoys the show, and yeah, we can get on it.
Thank you very much for continuing to subscribe. Thank you very much for continuing to like. So, yes, we'll ask you to continue to subscribe and like. At Tshepang, we see that there's a whole lot of wrangling in the PSL. Remember, Kaizer Chiefs took their matter of not honoring their games to arbitration. And the arbitration award is in favor of Kaizer Chiefs. And legally speaking, the matter is final after arbitration. But that doesn't mean that it cannot be reviewed. But we know that PSL is not happy. And PSL are intending to review the arbitration outcome. Now, we saw recently that Mr. Komotis, Cape Town City have issued a WhatsApp, a Twitter, on their Twitter, a statement to say they were not party to whatever after the PSL issued a circular, I think it's circular 16, which indicates that they will allow the games to continue as per arbitration order. And then if, as PSL, they lose the case, the results of the game having been played will stand. If they don't lose, if let's say Kaizer Chiefs win the case or the review is not successful, and then if the review becomes successful, they will dock the points if needs be. All right, they will dock the points, or I don't know what will be the sanction. There will be some kind of sanction, not necessarily dock the points. There will be some kind of sanction. Apparently, dock the points could be one. Subjected to correction. If we are wrong, you'll pardon us. We are just giving information. And then if PSL loses that case, then the game would have been played so that they close on time. Now, according to Cape Town City tweet, they are disappointed that such information, circular 16, has reached the public, and then they were not party to whatever decision that was taken. So I don't know whether it's a correct way of doing things. Should they be party or what? But one also understands that there is a board of governors, and all club owners are sitting in the board of governors. So I don't know. On top of that, we saw Jesse Town coming out very strongly. If media reports are to be believed, are correct, that he's wondering what's happening. And then she also believed that the management of the PSL should be questioned. They are leaving a lot of questionable things. And one of the issues was asking why cases are being piled up against Kaizer Chiefs. And then she went further, according to that report, to insinuate that this is like Chiefs has been targeted. An individual, get this one, an individual has been targeted. We don't know who's that individual. Maybe it might be Dr. Kaizer Down, I'm not sure. So Now the question is, will the league finish the season on time? Reason being, that will enable them to start the season on time, the new season on time. Remember, these leagues, they feed to each other. There's CAF competition, there's international competition. So if they don't finish on time, it's a problem. Not only that, the sponsorships, according to their target and their plan, things must end now, and then they look at the new season afresh. So everything is at stake. Everything is at stake. So that is why I'm asking, will this end on time? Because Mr. John Committee says he will never let it lying down. And Chiefs are adamant. They say they will never let it lie down. It looks like it will end up in court, although Jessica was asking in that media report. Isn't it that football matters are not supposed to go to the courts? So those are some of the issues. Now we want to hear from you. Will the league finish on time? Last born, what's your take about all this and then that I've just outlined? Give your view. Let's take it from there.
Yeah, first thing, I just wanted to ask you this question. Who do you think stands to gain a lot out of this whole situation?
Well, I don't know. Honestly speaking, the question might be they are following the rules as PSL, but part of the rules was football matters should not go to court. Arbitration is outcome is final. All right. Now, PSL itself, now they are the ones now who wants to challenge this. They have given a reason that it will set a wrong precedent. So I don't know when rules are there and say, okay, guys, we don't encourage teams to go to court. It's an internal matter, it must be finalized here. And arbitration has taken a decision. Now they feel that it has to be reviewed. So saying who stand to benefit, I really don't know. Of course, Kaizer Chiefs will lose. Of course, Royal AM will benefit. Orlando Pirates will benefit. Those who are close there to position two, will benefit. Well, don't talk about Mamelodi Sundowns. The more we become closer towards the end, it shows that they'll get the league even before the league ends. And then a very nice question was asked to Stuart Baxter. Are they going to give Mamelodi Sundowns a guard of honor when they play? Because probably by that time, Sundowns would have wrapped up the league. And then, of course, he said they will give them a guard of honor. So, yeah. So I don't know. A lot of people are to benefit. Like I said, Royal AM benefit, Pirates will benefit, all the teams that are down there. What about those who are wanting to come to top 8? Yeah, I don't know. Did I answer you?
Yes, no, I mean, based on what has been happening and what I said, I think this is a question which I had, and I would like to pose as well to the viewers out there, because the one person who's so adamant about this whole situation is John Comatis from Cape Town City. He's the one that's been actually pushing this whole agenda, from day one, ever since the arbitration ruling regarding this case. He's been adamant to just put Kaizer Chiefs on the line. He has raised his views about the whole situation, and he's clearly not happy with the outcome. So hence why I'm asking, who do you think I could say maybe stands to benefit as well out of this whole situation? Yes, yes. So that's just one thing which I was very concerned and curious about. Yeah, but I don't think it might affect the league, going forward. Maybe it's something which will be dealt with before the league ends, because I mean, the league is coming to an end right now. So if maybe if the points were close, we could say maybe Sundowns or Chiefs or Royal AM were actually close. I'm not point gap wasn't much between the three teams. Maybe we could have been talking something different. But so if it's obvious already that Mamelodi Sundowns is actually running away with the league right now, okay, that happens. Maybe the ruling finds Kaizer Chiefs guilty this time, you know. But I don't think it will affect Mamelodi Sundowns at the top, but maybe the other teams coming after Mamelodi Sundowns. We could say Cape Town City as well. Maybe it's chasing a spot, maybe to play in the CAF Champions League as well. Maybe that's why they think they might have a chance, within this ruling, because they are one of the teams as well that are supposed to play against Kaizer Chiefs within these game in hands that Kaizer Chiefs have. So yeah, it's a 50-50 situation, the way I'm seeing it. So maybe the viewers could tell us something different about this matter. But yeah, that was the question that I actually had regarding this whole situation.
No, but PSL will be affected. Will be affected because if Kaizer Chiefs, and then they lose those points. I'm not talking about number one. I'm talking about number two, a very lucrative position now to go to CAF. Not only that, it's going to have an impact. Pirates stand a chance now to close that number three, number two. Okay, Real AM, it has a lot of impact. It will definitely affect them. Now, when I say the league might have a negative, might be negatively affected, remember the sponsors, they work per program. And the courts, we don't know how soon the court will respond. And let's say the reviews become successful. Do you think Chiefs are going to leave it? No. They've already indicated they're not going to leave it. Now it will go to the Supreme Court of the Appeal. It might even end up being in the Constitutional Court, unless everything is done on an urgent basis. So that is why I'm asking that question. All right. Do you think it will have an impact on our local football? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no. I hear that point, but now maybe my last question regarding this matter. I remember two teams in England. The beginning of the season, was it last season or the beginning of this season? I think it was Man City once encountered this. Man United, I think, as well. They had COVID cases whereby they had to close their doors. They had to shut down everything, even their own facilities as well for like 2 weeks. They had a COVID outbreak in there within few of the first team players and the technical staff as well. So no one said that they should use the reserve team or the junior players in order to fulfill their matches. There was a COVID outbreak within the camp, but they had to close their doors. So why is it when Kaizer Chiefs encountered the same situation? Because we all know that if a team has encountered a COVID outbreak, they should close doors. So they did that, but the only issue with them was they were told why aren't they using their junior players? Why aren't they using their junior players or the reserve team, to fulfill the games? So that's just something which I would like to know as well. Maybe I might get an answer regarding that, but because these are similar situations, to be honest, But with Man City, they postponed their matches and then they were able to fulfill the games after the COVID situation was sorted out. So Kaizer Chiefs went through the same thing, but now I think it started a war within the PSL, with a lot of PSL teams. So I don't know how should we actually look at this, you know. Maybe we might get answers up there, but people can tell us what they think about this.
All right. As the last one in the parting shot, don't you think that this idea of the owners of the team are also serving as the board of directors also has its own impact? Because as far as I'm concerned, I think they are all conflicted. Maybe that's one thing that should be looked at. Yes, the reasoning for them to be involved, it was, we could hear the reasoning why, because, people were running their football and then they felt that money was abused when they were working hard. But I'm sure they have to really, as owners of the team, they're also involved in running the soccer team. Maybe they need independent people, professional people. Maybe that's one thing that has to be looked at. But before I leave Last Born, Orlando Pirates has issued a statement this morning, which I think it's important. They are hosting an under-21 football tournament from Friday the 15th, which is yesterday, and then to Monday the 18th at Vets Max Park Sports Complex. The event is called Pirates Cup 2022. And date, as I indicated, they started yesterday, 15 April to 18 April. And then it starts from 8 in the morning to 6 o'clock afternoon. RSVP or inquiries, tandy@orlandopirates.co.za. I'll share this so that you share on our Facebook page this post. Why this, I mentioned it before we part ways. It's important because this is unearthing the talent. Unearthing the talent. We want to see talent coming out. So Orlando Pirates, they must be commended when they do this kind of tournament so that they can see who are the good players who really qualified to play for the senior team, finally play for the national squad. Last one, that was last from me. And then let me hear your last words. Apologies for that on your side.
No, thank you very much. It was a beautiful show, Mr. Shabalala. We'll hear what the viewers have to say and they'll comment on the issue. Would like to hear the feedback regarding this whole situation. And we just hope for the best also that the PSL doesn't get affected, and the sponsors as well. They don't get affected within the situation. But yeah, thank you very much. Looking forward to the second show.
I would like to thank everybody and also stress that these were our views. Doesn't mean that we are correct. Maybe we've got the better view and more information, closer. And then, just highlight us. We are just enriching each other. Thank you very much. Until we meet again during the next show, which is the last show. Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from the Big R or TBR Solution. One of the companies owned by TBR Solution is the Big R Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. I'm sure you have noticed that the past few months or so, we've seen a lot of deaths, and those deaths are attributed to mental illness. Mental illness can be caused by anything, can be caused by stress, depression, and stress and depression can be caused by a number of things. Lack of finances, or financial problem, or social problem, or marital problem. So they cause all those problems. We in the financial sector, we see it almost now and again because we work with various organizations like GPF, Independent Fund Organization. But while I'm still there, let me stress, we don't have a formal relationship with GPF, but we work with them because most of our people are from there. Now, working with those people, you know very well that people who are working for the government, they're expected to retire at the age of 60 and above, right? If you retire earlier than that, then you are being penalized by GPF. And sometimes people say, no, I need money. So what do? They resign. They say, no, let the money go to my bank account. Once you do that, you are tax heavy. So you need to bear that in mind, okay? But now, let's say for argument's sake, you are 55 as we speak and above, and you are contemplating of either resigning or going on pension in the next 3 months or so. Just drop us a WhatsApp so that we help you to expedite for your payment. Because according to the GPF rules and, and pension fund law, once a client or a member receive an SMS that they've received your forms, that means they have 60 days to complete the process. And mind you, the 60 days is a maximum. It doesn't mean it has to take 60 days. It's a maximum. Now, sometimes we see people that don't get their money for 2 to 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, even more, or a year or so. And then there, the problem could emanate either from the GPF side, employer side, a member himself. So what do? We try to expedite that process by making sure that we understand the workings of GPF. If it's a member, we help him to do the right thing. The same with GPF, the same with employer organization. Now, remember, as I have already said, that with GPF, it's 60 and above. Now, and then we say if you're 55 or more, you can contact us. And another good element is this, with the fund that we are working with. There is a whole lot of flexibility. You can decide how much you earn. That's how flexible it is. And if, let's say, you pass on, you and your spouse, you can nominate anyone. You are not limited to your immediate family, like your biological children or an officially adopted children. Remember, even your children, they can benefit as long as they're 22 and below. But with us, it doesn't matter. They can be above 22, they can be your elders, or they will still benefit because you nominated them. And then we try by all means that when we take the money from GPF and invest with credible fund organization, we try by all means that you are least taxed, all right? And then, and even you are not punished because you are not taking the money, because you are taking to another fund. So which means an independent and credible fund. So it means that there's no need to tax you more. So those are some of the advantages that are there. So you need to bear that in mind. And then if you want to know more, just drop us a WhatsApp on our WhatsApp number. Then we'll call you back. You don't have to call us. We'll call you back and see how can we expedite it. I thank you.